Hi everybody, I just want to thank you for watching all my videos, all 199 videos that came before this. You've made this successful beyond my wildest dreams. I'm very glad that I've had the opportunity to share some of these animals' lives with you that you wouldn't normally get to see. I'm sorry I've been recently very tardy in replying to comments and certainly emails. I am just exceptionally busy. I give you my apologies for that, but in addition to taking care of this collection of animals, I have a full-time job, plus, you know, a private life that that requires my attention also. So I just thank you, and I'm glad you enjoyed the videos for the most part, and I look forward to the next 200 videos with you. Thanks very much. I keep telling you people, no matter how much and how cuddly and lovable these venomous creatures are, and how generally well behaved they act, sometimes even the most docile and placid animal will do something totally unexpected, totally out of character, and quite dangerous. Our beloved rhino viper, Sniffles, is known for such behaviors. I keep telling you people, you know, one thing you can't expect from snakes is the unexpected. I'm going to show you an incident which happened a little bit more than a year ago, and I've kept it in the vault since then. Because it really changed my perspective on everybody in here, and it just proved to me that there's always a first time that someone can take a real swipe at you when you think you're safely out of range. And Sniffles is definitely part of this crew. As a way of introducing the video, let me give you an explanation on what unfolded that particular day. It was a typical feeding day here in the Viperkeeper's lair. Sniffles was up for a feed, and I had also just gotten a piece of new technology on trial basis to see how it fit with my video production scheme here. It was a second camcorder that I was going to use, so there would be an overview shot and then a handheld shot with, you know, all the typical you know, close-up cam work that I'm known for. Well, I had the second cam, the older cam, set up on a tripod overlooking Sniffles' cage, and I had slid the door open like I had done many times. Sniffles was sort of like, I guess what they would call in prison, a trustee. I leave the door open, Sniffles would poke her head out and sniffle at me, and would always stay in the cage, would always just lie there and not do anything until this particular day. So Sniffles was probably, well, Sniffles was in a Vision 211 cage, which is 20 inches deep, and she was about halfway back, so she was a good 10-12 inches, let's say a foot from the edge of the door, and I was a good foot outside of her cage. I try to use the squares on the floor as gauges because that each one it represents a square foot. So I was at least a foot away from the glass on her cage. The door was open, so the threshold of her cage. When, to my surprise, when I was showing the camera off in front of the second camera that was running, she reached out and whacked the camera right on the side, right in between my fingers where my hand was holding it. It was truly a very surprising event, although your people are going to be amazed on how calm and cool and relaxed I was. You know, no use getting spastic over something that happened and, you know, you weren't injured. I've been bitten and I don't get spastic. Panic kills. I can't tell you that's a very important concept to keep in mind. And, you know, people who teach survival schools will tell you that if you panic, chances are something worse is going to happen to you or you're not going to survive. So I've learned not to panic. But at any rate, Sniffles places her mouth firmly on the side of the camera, fractions of an inch and few millimeters from my fingers, and it was a feeding strike. Subsequently, it would have been a rather large envenomation, from which who knows if I would have survived. Rhino vipers are not to be trifled with. Their venom has lots and lots of components in it to disassemble different parts of your body functions, including organ damage, as well as causing all sorts of coagulopathies and volemic problems. So with that, I'll let you see the video. Like I said, I've kept it under wraps. It truly was a remarkable moment. Everyone, you know, just take heed. Even a snake that you work with all the time can always surprise you and ruin your day or perhaps the rest of your life. Well, this afternoon sort of heralds an advancement in capabilities here in Viperkeeper's den. I have acquired a much more advanced camera. Well, this afternoon sort of heralds an advancement in capabilities here in Viperkeeper's den. I have acquired a much more advanced camera. You know, and it just got christened by Mr. Sniffles. And it was rather close to my hand even. Holy moly.